We here at Leeds Trinity Chaplaincy welcome you all to this ceremony. We come to hear how well these students have done, to hear the voices of children in this church. We are not a shush-free zone. Welcome you all, from the smallest to, well, not so small. We come to see the wisdom of children graduates from our various different traditions. We come to hear childlike words of care. So to those who graduate today, we pray that blessings come down on you and your family, now and evermore. Amen.
Thank you, Deacon Chris. Thank you for those words. Ladies and gentlemen, I declare this ceremony begun and open. Would you sit down, please? Take your seats. Deputy Lord Lieutenant Michael Fox, Lord Mayor of Leeds, Leeds Children's Mayor, Chancellor Designate and Vice Chancellor, distinguished guests, members of the Platform Party, children and ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon and welcome to a very special occasion, the installation of James Milner as Chancellor of Leeds Children's University and the award of certificates to our first graduates. In particular, I'm delighted to welcome Hannah Begum, the newly elected Leeds Children's Mayor. This is Hannah's first big event of this sort in her year of office, and we are very grateful that she will play a role today in the installation of James as Chancellor. And James Milner is a superstar. He's a superstar as a footballer. He plays regularly in the Premier League for Liverpool, and he's an important member of Roy Hodgson's England team. And he's also a superstar as a person, a modest family man who raises tens of thousands of pounds for charity. And today he will present certificates to over 60 children who have completed 30 or more hours of voluntary learning activities with Leeds Children's University. And each of every one of the children sat here today is also a superstar. They've worked consistently hard and shown considerable commitment to their learning throughout their time at Leeds Children's University. And to achieve this, they've had the support and encouragement of two very significant groups of people. Firstly, their parents and carers and families, who must be bursting with pride today about their achievements. And secondly, their teachers and other school staff, the time and dedication they give to running school clubs and activities and to organising children's attendance at our Super Saturday events here at Leeds Trinity University is immense. And we are incredibly grateful for their support. Leeds Children's University launched just over a year ago. It began with 5 schools and approximately 400 children. And since September this year, it has expanded significantly, with 7 more schools joining, one of them last Friday. And I'll just pause there and go off script because I wrote that on Monday, and another school contacted me at 5 to 11 last night to confirm they were joining. So we really are expanding almost on a daily basis now. We now have over 1,000 members, 1,000 children as members. And over 20 learning destinations have become official partners of Leeds Children's University. And many of them are represented here tonight, and they are very welcome as well. And as well as participating in school clubs, children, of course, have the chance to attend the Super Saturday events we run here at the university. Over the course of 2015, 6 Super Saturdays have taken place. And 3 weeks ago, we held our first Thrilling Thursday. And the best way to describe these events to you is in the children's own words. Cool, brill, amazeballs, fantabulous, mega ultimate, mind-blowing, sick and awesome, legendary, and the next few words I read out have been said several times. Best day ever. So children, you are surrounded by a range of wonderful and important people, but this evening is about you. We're all so proud of you, and you can be so proud of yourselves. Continue enjoying your learning and make the connection between being a member of Leeds Children's University and your future. If you are 9 years old, then in 9 years' time, you could be sat in a real university where you are a student. And if you are 10 years old, it will be 8 years. So today's ceremony will continue with James's formal installation as Chancellor of Leeds Children's University. We will then be entertained by the Year 6 choir from St Francis of Assisi Catholic Primary School. After that, the formal graduation ceremony will take place, involving not only children, but 3 of our fantastic Leeds Children's University undergraduate volunteers. And there will then be time for a few of the children to ask James questions, followed by a vote of thanks. So we will now move to the most formal part of the ceremony, when the Chancellor-designate is installed as Chancellor of Leeds Children's University. And to commence these proceedings, I now invite Professor Margaret House to step forward to say a few words on behalf of Leeds Trinity University.
Deputy Lieutenant, Chancellor-designate, Lord Mayor of Leeds and Leeds Children's Mayor, distinguished guests, parents, staff and students, and most importantly, our award-winning children. I'm so proud to be standing here today welcoming you to Leeds Trinity University for the first Leeds Children's University graduation ceremony. Since we agreed to become the base for Leeds Children's University in 2013, we've watched it grow from an ambitious idea into a successful branch of the National Children's University, supporting over 1,000 students already. Today is a very special occasion as we celebrate the achievements of you, our first Leeds Children's University graduates. But today we also celebrate the installation of our first Leeds Children's University Chancellor, James Milner. So what is a Chancellor, and what does a Chancellor do? The Chancellor is a very important public face of Leeds Children's University. If there was a job description, there would be a long list of things that they must do. But these are the 3 essential characteristics. First, the Chancellor should have a reputation for excellence in their field. Secondly, they should truly reflect the mission and values special to Leeds Children's University. And thirdly, the person should be well known in order to help Leeds Children's University achieve its broader ambitions. James Milner more than fulfills these criteria admirably, and I think I speak for everyone here when I say how thrilled I am and was when James accepted our invitation to become Leeds Children's University first Chancellor. As a professional footballer from Horsforth, who's played Premier football for more than a decade, including achieving 53 England caps, James is a fantastic role model and the ideal ambassador for the Leeds Children's University. In addition to his well-known documented sporting achievements, James has also established the James Milner Foundation, a charity that promotes healthy recreation for the benefit of young people in the United Kingdom by the development, improvement and provision of opportunities in sport, in particular football, rugby and cricket. In his role as an ambassador for Leeds Children's University, James will support the aims of both Leeds Trinity University and Leeds Children's University, raising aspiration, boosting achievement, and fostering a love of learning so that young people can make the most of their abilities and interests regardless of their background. It now gives me great pleasure to conduct the installation of the Chancellor. For these proceedings, I invite the Chancellor-designate to come forward and Hannah Begum, Leeds Children's Mayor, to step forward with the Chancellor's scroll of office.
I declare that I will fulfil the duties of the Chancellor, faithfully uphold the rights of Leeds Children's University and endeavour to promote the purposes for which Leeds Children's University exists.
Chancellor, in recognition of your office, I invite you to accept from the Leeds Children's Mayor the scroll contained herein, which records the commitment you have made to us today. Congratulations.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll now have a musical interlude. We're going to hear two pieces by the Year 6 choir from St Francis of Assisi Catholic Primary School. Children, that was absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much for that. I understand you had a final practice on Thursday, Friday of last week, and you had 5 songs at that point, and I wish we'd had time for all 5 of them today. That was great. Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, we move now to the formal graduation ceremony. And could I ask Professor Margaret House and Chancellor James Milner to step forward? And could I invite the children of St Francis of Assisi Catholic Primary School to receive their bronze certificates, and their names will be read by Mrs McGrath, the head teacher. And Mrs McGrath will highlight the single child, Children's University member, who is also receiving a silver award today for completing 65 or more hours of voluntary Children's University learning activities.
We have Julia Asante. Zishan Asgar. Victoria Borowiec. Marcio D'Almeida. It's Marcio who's received both the bronze and silver, and I understand it's the first one. Marcia dos Santos. Melissa Zinamaria. Walter Felix. Sam Cairns. Shania Phillips. Patricia Pietka. Rodica Coffey. Reddy Zeralassi. Nathan Craven. Fedan Mehari. And Mariamale Zelo. And we have Orestes. Sorry, can I see his surname? Thank you. Orestes Petrouskas. Thank you. Yeah, he's just come in. Thank you.
Well, thank you for the. You might have realised that young man's just arrived, and that was brilliant. And there was a little bit of improvisation on the stage there. And can I just thank the Lord Mayor who told me not to sit down and that I had to stay stood up to give out the certificates as well. So thank you very much for that. Excellent. Could I now invite the children of St Philip's Catholic Nursery and Primary School to receive their bronze certificates, and their names will be read out by Mrs Taylor, the head teacher.
Olga Domeni Torres. Michelle Motakari. Olivia Shan. Thomas Shea. Scott Adams. Ayabami Fasui. Olivia Galinska. Taylor Turnbull. Brooke Williamson. Fivra Yankee. Michael Anyoko. Martina Borska. Olivia Callahan. Louis Sharada. Lincoln Matungambara. Julius of Gosca. Paris Smart. And Sophie Sokoloska.
Okay, I'd now like to invite the children of Holy Family Catholic Primary School to receive their bronze certificates, and their names will be read by Miss Wolfe, Assistant Head Teacher at the school.
We have May Alexander. Harris Collinson. Lorna Kirkwood Thompson. Caitlin Murphy. Logan Simpson. Mason Webster. Evie Ray Woodward. Stephanie Akigbe. Tanisha Cavell. Amelia Alexander. Jacob Hoyland. Neve Hunter. Ella Rose Walsh. Leon Webster. Aldo Nazad Warner. Chidera Akachiku. Julia Kleschinska. Bethany Ryan. Marta Simon. And Maria Simon.
If I can wait there a moment, I've got the volunteers as well. Yes, please, yes. I'd now like to invite 3 of our Children's University undergraduate volunteers to receive their bronze certificates for also completing 30 or more hours of voluntary help with the Children's University. First of all, please, Becky Carter. And Sarah Hayes. And Danny Rhodes. Right, what we'd like to do now is we'd like to I'll let James sit down very briefly, but then we're going to invite him back to the front of the stage, and we've got some questions organised for you, James. And I don't know which members of the which children are going to ask them, but I'm going to ask you to ask them by number. So could the person who's got question number 1, would you like to stand up, please, and ask your question? I think he's going to deliver it in person, James.
Yeah, it's a great honour. I think, especially for me, to be able to come here and give you guys your certificates and your awards for all the hard work you've done this year, putting a lot of hours to achieve what you've achieved. So for me to be able to be the one to present you those is special for myself, and to be named as Chancellor is a great honour. I think I'm very fortunate to do something that I love for a living, and it gives me the opportunity to be able to help children and be involved in amazing projects like this, and that's all through playing football, really. So for me to be given this opportunity and to see you guys achieving what you are and putting the hard work in, and hopefully helping you guys on your way to working out what you want to do with your lives and enjoying yourselves and learning what you can. It's a great honour, position which I'm looking forward to fulfilling to the best of my abilities, and hopefully helping you guys on your path to having a great life, whether it's in sport, education, work, whatever it may be.
Thank you. And could we have question number 2, please? If you can stand up, thank you.
You moved from Manchester City to Liverpool over the summer. Has this made your life very different?
Yeah, as I think, obviously, I was at Manchester City for 5 years. Changing job, whatever you do, is always difficult, and you spend a lot of time with the people you work with, and I made a lot of close friends at Manchester City, players and staff as well, and you spend a lot of time together. So obviously moving clubs a big step and completely new experience for myself, and it is a big change in your life, but a great challenge which I was looking forward to, and I'm enjoying every minute of. I was in a very fortunate position. I think that whether I stayed at Manchester City or went to Liverpool, I felt I was going to be happy, and I'm enjoying myself. It's a new challenge for me, and looking forward to hopefully having a lot of success at Liverpool.
Thank you. The third question, I think it's another football question. I'm very much looking forward to hearing this answer. Could the person read out the third question, please?
What do you think about the draw for next summer's European
You don't want to be a journalist, do you? It's a good question, that. Yeah, I think when you get to a major tournament, every team's qualified to be there and they deserve to be there. So no draw is ever going to be easy, I don't think, because it's the best teams in Europe that are playing in the competition. Obviously Wales is an interesting one, and I think we're always going to be drawn against a home nation because of the way the pots worked. Wales are a strong team and probably shouldn't have been in that pot, so that will be a tough game, and one that everyone will take great interest in, I'm sure. But as a draw, it is difficult, but we have a lot of good players, and we'll go there and do as well as we can, and hopefully put in some good performances in the group, progress from the group, and see where that takes us, and do everybody at home proud, and give you something to cheer for, hopefully.
Brilliant. And could I have the fourth question, please?
We have heard that your second child has recently been born. Can you tell us about him and how he is?
Yeah, he's doing very well, thank you. He's called Zach. He's 5 weeks old, and I've got a daughter as well who's 16 months called Holly. So it's a lot of work at this moment in time, but it's amazing times for me, and you know, I'd be very proud if they grow up to do as well as you guys are doing, and work as hard as you do and achieve what you have. I'd be very proud if they followed in your guys' footsteps.
Two more questions, James. Can I have the fifth question, please?
What advice would you give to the children who have received certificates today?
I think keep doing what you're doing. I think it's an amazing thing. It's an amazing programme that you're involved in. The opportunities that are presented to you. You obviously enjoy it, the amount of hours you're clocked up, which is a great thing. You're meeting new people, doing things that you might not normally do. And I think at your age you just want to enjoy it and try to figure out what you want to do. And I think the biggest piece of advice that I've learned and I've always been given is work hard, no matter what you do, whether it's playing in sport, whether it's in the classroom. And when I was growing up, my parents always drilled it into me, schoolwork came first, no matter how much I didn't want to hear that. That was the rule. If I hadn't done my homework, I wasn't going outside playing football. And it is so important, and anything you do, whether it's work-related, education, sport, to achieve what you want to achieve, you have to work hard and make sacrifices. And you guys have got a great base and great opportunities there for you, and hard work is the biggest key to achieving what you want to achieve.
Thank you. And we've got time for the sixth and last question. If the person who's got that card would ask it, please.
Which person in the world do you most admire and why?
That's a really tough question. I think to give you one is very difficult. You see so many people achieving amazing things in the world, from your guys' achievements over the last year to people overcoming illnesses. You know, I played football. I was very lucky to play football with Stilian Petrov, a player at Aston Villa, and you know his career was cut very short with leukemia. He was an amazing player, great guy, and luckily enough for the work that charities do, he managed to come through that, and he's fine now. We can't play football at the highest level anymore, but seeing him come through that and the work that people have done to allow him to still be here with his family, so many people helped to contribute that, and that's just one person that I've experienced, but there's so many success stories in the world, and people overcoming difficult circumstances, and you know, having a tough upbringing and achieving so much. So to give you one is very difficult, but you know, there's so many people who can give you inspiration in this world who have achieved things, whether it's in sport, education, business, anything. And like I say, the achievements you guys have already achieved. So keep working hard and doing what you're doing, and enjoy yourselves.
Thank you very much. James, if I can invite you to sit down. Thank you very much. I told you he was a superstar. That was great. Thank you. Now, what we'd like to do now is to make a vote of thanks, and we'd like one of our Children's University members who's been awarded a certificate today to do this. When James came to the university on May the 22nd, and we officially announced to the world that he'd agreed to become our Chancellor, and we had our event, we had a Q&A session there, and we wanted somebody who had the confidence to ask the first question. And the young lady called Julia asked that question that day, and today she's going to give the vote of thanks. Julia, would you come to the stage, please?
Good evening, Chancellor of Children's University, Vice Chancellor of Leeds Trinity, esteemed ladies, gentlemen and children. It is my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks today. I don't know why I was asked. Miss Taylor said it was because I talk too much, but I really don't. I was the first child to ask James a question on the occasion when he revealed as our Chancellor, so maybe that's why. So to begin, I would like to thank Chancellor James Milner for agreeing to be our Chancellor, for giving up his time, for being here today and for making the ceremony so very special. I remember him telling us how even before his football, his mum and dad used to make him do his homework. Thanks for that, James. We all love homework. On behalf of all of us, I'd also like to thank Professor Margaret House for establishing and supporting Leeds Children's University and for putting on such a wonderful event today. Without you, it wouldn't have been possible, Professor, so huge thanks to you. Another person who has worked tirelessly to make all this happen is the Officer of Children's University, Phil Hardy. He has had to do so much for us, but we are very grateful because you have offered us so many new opportunities, so thank you so much. Of course, Phil couldn't do all of this by himself, so enormous thanks to all the head teachers and staff who work in our schools and who have given up their spare time to do even more for us. We don't say it often, but we do appreciate you. Honest. Also, all the volunteers who Phil has had to enthuse, inspire and persuade to help. We are so grateful it wouldn't happen without you. But I'd especially like to thank Miss Taylor for all the work she has done at my school, St Philip's, to get the Children's University up and running. I suppose we'd best thank Mrs Taylor, the head teacher, too, but she doesn't do much, so she leaves it all to Miss Taylor. When I wanted stamps in my passport, I joined the girls' football team and played in my first tournament as a goalie. You'll like this one, James. We were drawing 1-1 in a crucial match when a young female Ronaldo came and blasted the ball so hard I could see white bubbles around the things that I could see, but at least I saved it. We didn't win the tournament though. We lost to St Anthony's. I think I should have got an extra stamp on my passport for that. Don't you agree, James? And finally, on behalf of all the children here today, I would like to thank our mums, dads and all our families for everything they do for us, especially how supportive they've been over the past year or so with Children's University. We depend on you so much and we will need you to help us do and reach our ambitions and goals. We are blessed to have you. Thank you, everyone.
clearly another superstar there. That was fantastic, Julie. Well done. That was really great, really great. Well, everyone, that's the end of the ceremony. And what we'd like to do is to invite you all to join us in the atrium for refreshments. And can I ask you all to stand, please?
Because I'm